What does the next police chief and captain need, and why does that matter? Greetings, everyone. This is the Gardening Snail of Livingston, California. I've been city council watching since at least 2007, and now that we're getting closer to another election cycle this November, I'm getting a little worried. In this video, we're going to touch on the fact that Livingston will be hiring a new police captain and police chief over the next few months. And we're also going to give an update to the coronavirus situation in Merced County. If you've been with this channel for any length of time, you already know that in March of 2019, Chief Chavez's contract had been extended for 2 more years. And how later, at the July 30th, 2019 special city council meeting, Police Chief Chavez stated that he, the city manager, and Captain Soria were working on a succession plan, and how both the police captain and police chief plan to retire towards the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022. The succession plan was to provide a seamless transition during this time period. In addition to a series of trainings offered to members of the police department, part of the plan included the promotion of an additional sergeant. Wapinder Kang, the brother of Councilmember Kang, was sworn in as sergeant at the November 19, 2019 City Council meeting. Things suddenly went sideways when Chief Chavez announced he was resigning and that his last day would be on March 16, 2020. Since I've already done a video about my theory about what happened, I'm not going to rehash all that now. You can click on the link above for more on that if you want it. What I do want to do is spend just a little time on the written succession plan and the requirements for recruiting a new captain and police chief. The minimum qualifications for police captain was minimum of 60 units of college and at least 6 years of experience as a police officer with 2 years at the rank of police sergeant. The minimum qualifications for the chief of police would require each applicant to have a minimum of a bachelor's degree and at least 5 years of experience at the rank of police sergeant or higher, having a master's degree and/or graduation from Command College or the Federal Bureau of Investigation's National Academy would be preferred. But why am I bringing this up right now? Because it's an election year for the mayor and 2 council members, and I'm worried there may be some kind of backroom deals being struck in order to slide in a preferred candidate for captain or chief after the elections, even if it means changing requirements to do it. I hope I'm wrong. I really, really, really do. With everything that Livingston is going through and all the issues that Livingston is facing between the COVID and the budget and everything else, the last thing that we need to have happen is have our police department shredded by politics. Speaking of COVID-19, the county has decided in its infinite wisdom to limit its public press releases to once a week on Wednesday in terms of all of the numbers. They have decided it is no longer necessary to do the daily updates as before. If you want to have them, you need to go look them up on the county dashboard, which I am doing. As part of last Wednesday's update, the county confirmed the 8th death related to COVID-19, a male between the ages of 35 and 50 and did not have underlying health conditions. They also reported 8 employees at the Houston Nut Company testing positive for COVID-19. On the 18th, it was reported that Governor Gavin Newsom announced a statewide mandate for face coverings for all individuals while in public. Here's an example of the county's dashboard as of June 19th. One thing I will point out is that the 5.76% positive case number means around 94% of people being tested turned out negative. As I mentioned earlier, the county, in its infinite wisdom, quit making press releases of the daily COVID-19 numbers. So I went to the dashboard on a daily basis and looked them up myself. This is the result. The active case curve is in red. The yellow bars represent before the opening process began. Brownish orange represents the beginning of the reopening process, and gray for when that process accelerated. Another thing I did was create this chart to show the numbers on a daily basis. Active cases have risen to 42% of the total. There were 16 additional hospitalizations, making a total of 61 since the outbreak began, and the death rate at this point in time was 1.42%. I also created this chart to show the positive cases by community on a weekly basis. So what do you think about everything that's going on? Let me know in the comments. If you're subscribed to the channel already, you might want to check and make sure you're still subscribed so you're notified whenever a new video goes live. And subscribe if you're new. Until next time, this is the gardening snail of Livingston, California, because not every critter is hiding under a rock.